directed towards recent occurrences of liability negligence breach within Yates County, New York.
Severe liability negligences. Deputy
Officer Morehouse had a strict responsibility of mandate reporting. In not doing so caused a liability negligence breach and fails the calculus of
negligence and should be reprimanded immediately.
The level of reprimandation of demotion is not consistent with the state regulations. Regulation within the state of New York, county agents,
people of public service or acting under color of law are mandated reporters and must report suspected maltreatment to the statewide central registrar of child abuse and maltreatment when they have reasonable
cause to suspect. Even when they had reasonable cause to suspect, the acting agents lacked good faith of reporting, despite having more than reasonable cause.
Despite having more than reasonable cause, police officers, attorneys, and public administrators, people acting under color of law, and public service officials are all mandated reporters in New York, meaning they are legally required to report abuse or neglect to the state central registrar,
notifying Child Protective Service for
thorough investigation and not dismissiveness, nor negligent liability negligence. The integrity of all are in question.
An audit to determine their compliance, whether or not they have completed the required training, is necessary. The failure to uphold such duty in good faith can result in a Class A misdemeanor for the negligent reporter, and in some cases fines, with
higher fines for administrators who fail to report. Agents neglected to act in good faith and are not immune to civil criminal liability. Henceforth, police officers being mandated reporters are legally required. Class A misdemeanor is often considered a serious issue that can lead to automatic disqualification, especially when it involves violence towards a minor. That is an instance that may have no jurisdiction of time, allowing to render justice and bring offenders to punishment. I'm calling, as I've called upon qualified professionals, since those acting professionals are in question, seemingly negligent, with disregard, seemingly unjust, improper, inappropriate, and not correct. I'm taking the stance and I'm laying claim to executive administrative oversight along with executive ownership and recompense, reconciliation for the total sum and loss of damages, including unto myself, other instances
of ill-intended discriminatory negligence, as well as those affected by such liability negligence breaches. The level of degree worthy of
capital punishment.
Thank you for hearing this.
Thank you for hearing the call to action. Now, county agents have unequivocal duty, responsibility to act appropriate moving forth in all measures discussed
here within. My prayers are with the person affected. We commend your bravery. Our prayers are with you
and with the community. As a measure of any of those who have been affected in similar instances that you believe have gone neglected, enclosed is a link to file your complaints and will be forwarded directly
to appropriate agencies. One thing that we can say, that Officer Morehouse was not the direct offending abuser,
though has exhibited grotesque liability negligence breaches,
and ranks among other heinous police misconduct that has occurred.
The officer was not the offending abuser, and the instance in scrutiny is not the worst misconduct, malpractice I've personally witnessed of the violating departments, and ranks amongst other heinous police misconduct that has occurred. Responsibility within the press
due to the nonchalant, dismissive demeanor of agents in press conference.
I question whether the lightly reprimanded officer is subject to similar abuse within the departments. Other female officers have been in tears, so I question whether the officer is subject to similar abuses within the department, and that those people who are negligent as a cause of guilt. Internal investigation and audits must be conducted. That's all. I advocate for AI, tech and AI data system management, and tech oversight across several sectors, of which public service and justice are two. One, and though I cannot say whether or not I'll be running for the president of the United States of America
again this next election, I am advocating for electronic balloting, remote operations for elected officials, so that the most responsible candidates can and may
represent us regarding the important issues. Run a fair election without tyranny, fear, threat, nor influence withering within the frauds of election, so that proper candidates may represent us. Annulment of 2024 election. Annulment of 2024 election. Annulment of 2024 election. I'm yet in mitigation.
Are the officers that are subject to scrutiny within the department a conspiring, nonchalant advertisement to the world that such behavior can exist? Or will they act responsibly?
Thank you. My prayers, my condolences. God bless America and everywhere else.